I've got a bit of a different video for you today. We're going to take a quick look at how I spaced out the front panel on my Corsair Carbide 275R PC case. This may work on other cases, but you're going to have to do a little bit of investigation for yourself and see if you think it will. So on this case, the front panel fits with these push fittings that go through a hole in the chassis and then expand to hold it in place, which is nice and handy because you can also slide things into them. So if you grab some threaded rod, nuts and washers, you can then put the rod in place through the original mounting holes for the push fittings and you'll end up with something like this. Now I set mine with about 43mm of rod protruding from the case. You could potentially use less, but it may not be quite as sturdy. Just to add, I used M5 diameter rod here. Now I'd recommend getting some smaller diameter washers than the ones I've used here, because at the top of the case I've had to grind the edges of the washer down so that they fit neatly into this small space here. Just get some that are the same size as the nut. Once the rods are in place, slide the push fittings on the front panel onto the rods and just push it all the way on until it's nice and snug against the nuts. It's nice and solid and secure, and if you ever need to take it off, you just slide it off nice and easily. The rods are pretty well hidden at the top of the case, but you can see them if you leave them bare at the bottom. Now my quick fix for this was just to use an offcut of rubber hose and just slide that over the push fittings on the panel, which then hides the thread once it's fitted. Now if you're doing it this way, you will end up with about a 24-25mm gap at the widest point between the case and the front panel, which I think gives the case a fairly standard look, but if you're after more airflow and a bigger gap, put some longer rods in, it'll space it out further. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this useful, drop a like below, leave any questions or feedback down in the comments, maybe check out some of my gaming videos, and subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future.